What's happening? What's going on? What's poppin'? You know who it is, DJ Woo Pig. And we're back. Quarter number 2, week number 2. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is tough. As I get busy, finding the time to sit down and, just kind of talk one-on-one, it's getting a little tough. Right now, it is 11:48 on Thursday. I gotta have this video edited and up by Sunday morning. Let's not create excuses, but I will say, this has been challenging. That's neither here nor there. Let's just hop right into it. I'm talking about it being late. John, if you just record the video, you can get to bed. Just get to it. All right, quarter number 2. We're starting April 1st, going in through June. I can't get it started without saying I think the biggest thing that happened in April is me welcoming in a new family member. Check this out. Your man became a pappy times 2. Evelyn Noel Simmons was born April 5th, I think around 2:30 something in the morning. I'm a girl dad. It's cool, scary at the same time, but also equally neat. So she was born on April 5th. It timed out perfectly. Every year we do an event called Spring Sing for our biggest client. They send us work all year round, and it's for a local college. They've got a production called Spring Sing. Spring Sing is like a theatrical thing. They sing, they dance, and we always supply something, whether it's cold sparks, video walls. This week, it was a combination of the two. So we did, I believe this is somewhere around 120 panel wall. So that wall, I believe, was 30 to 40 feet wide, 16 feet tall, big wall. So she was born on the 5th, which was their dry run rehearsal day, which is fine. I was the cold spark operator, and I believe we had lasers on this as well. It worked out great. She came on the practice day, and then I was able to get back to work, spend a day at the hospital, got back to work on the 7th for Spring Sing. And let's see here. That is the video wall we supplied there in the middle. I believe that's 100 some odd panels, and then we've got these strips here. We do processing, some cold sparks across the front of the stage. Birth of my daughter, Spring Sing, and I think that's it for a little bit. I tried to spend some time at home. You don't get those moments back. I've really learned to appreciate time this year. You only get so much time, and I want my kids to understand the value of hard work, seeing their old man work hard, but this may be the only kid, this may be it. So you never know. You gotta take time, spend time at home. So the first couple weeks of April, I didn't do much other than Spring Sing. And then I spent a bunch of time at home. Let's hop forward. We're gonna hop forward to the end of April. We're gonna jump forward to the end of April. This is a festival that we do. It's in my current hometown for the city of Cabot, called Strawberry Fest. Somebody did not get the memo. This banner package looks a little wonky. I think their banners are kind of mismatched. But on this, we did the new SRX PA. I think we did 8/3 aside. I don't think the PA is in the air at the moment, but 8/3 aside. I want to say we had a video wall upstage. Looks like 6 to 12 moving head package, a couple blinders. Pretty standard city festival pack. I was actually not there. I was doing a DJ boot camp at my shop. We had some of the new DJs come in just as a, get to spend some time with the boss, see what get some hands-on one-on-one training with the guy that runs the company. I think it's something that's kind of needed. As you can see, I've got a video wall set up in the back with my camera pointed to my controller. That way they can see what I'm doing in real time, and they can kind of do their own thing on their controller. There's the video wall again. That's the new video rack that I built. Super proud of this video rack. It's come in super handy this year. Built specifically for corporate kind of events. We've got a PTZ camera rig. We tie in our Sony cameras. Got the ATEM ISO, SDI. All in all, very complete unit. It's got a deck link in there. We can output, I think, to 4 different surfaces via SDI. It's got a Mac Mini in there for presentations and ProPresenter and all that stuff. Super proud of that. I actually uh, did most of this myself. It was a project I kind of spearheaded and took on, and super proud with how it came out. Now that we've had the rack out for a couple events, there's a couple of things that I want to change in there. But as you can see down at the bottom, this is just a spare rack panel that we had. We kind of just retrofitted some plugs in there. PowerCon to turn the whole thing on. PowerCon outs so that we can. I've got a custom whip that goes up to the monitors, and then we'll have another custom breakout to a quad. So if you had to plug in a converter box or something like that, you'd have it. USBs for the Mac Mini, including USB-Cs. And then this panel here is all for the ATEM. We've got a program out, a preview out, audio out from the, or I'm sorry, audio. Yes, audio out. That's a audio out from the ATEM, and then 2 stereo ins to the ATEM as well. We've got all of our SDI inputs. These 2 are designated for PTZs. The rest are just one-to-one to the ATEM. The top one is an output patch for 4 of these are for the deck link, and then the other 4 are one-to-one with the ATEM, with multi-view and program being our sends to wherever they need to go to throughout the building. RJ45 EtherCon patch bay that's tied into a network switch up here that's tied to a custom GeoLink modem router. It's a fantastic unit. I might even dedicate an entire video to that. But Mac Mini, deck link inside of this PCIe case. All in all, super solid. It's done everything we needed it to this year. I do have some changes I want to make to it. Let's see here. May 1st, getting into May, this is a production we did at our local state convention center. Another SRX deployment. Couple subs, I think, are underneath the skirt of the stage. Couple video walls. I think these are 14 panel walls. We did not have a camera package on this. It was mostly just slides. Let's see here. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8 of the Aura moving washes with, are those the CMY fixtures? I think those are the ArtFox CMY Matrix 350 fixtures. I wouldn't say that's an appropriate wash for this room, but it did the job. Video rack coming in super handy there. As you can see, we've got, actually we did set up cameras in here. So we've got PTZs on either side of the stage. The Mac Mini's got the slide deck and all that stuff on it. As you can see, workstation set up there. It turned out super nice, super nice. Those PTZ cameras that we've got really look clear. Even the video wall doesn't kind of do it justice, but I've been super impressed with our PTZ camera rig. It turns out great. All right, coasting along through May. May, I also kind of took some time at home to spend at home because, again, that first couple months, especially while my wife's on maternity leave, I tried to stay at home. I basically ended up just doing things close to the office while the guys were out, so I don't have a bunch of content to share. Oh, my lights just went out. It's officially midnight. Hold on a second. Joys of having a smart home. These lights are super cool. They go off at midnight, telling me to go home and go to bed. Towards the end of May, did have a pretty good sized project. This is at a local church. This is 75 panels of 2.6 millimeter pixel pitch LED wall that we installed. They're 500 by 1,000 millimeter panels from ArtFox. Great panels. It looks incredible. We did a ground support rig. It just really, if you Maybe I'll throw in some video of that I can find of their services online, but looks fantastic. Here I did a couple pictures for a site survey of a football stadium that we ended up getting the bid for the job, and really updating and modernizing their football installation. Here's another picture of that video wall. This is Blake and Brandon for scale, so you can just see how big this thing is. This is a big church. I think they seat, I think, around 500 people in here. They've got 3 different services. As you can tell, like, this door is 10 foot tall, 12 foot wide. This is a big old video wall. Pretty cool project. One of the bigger install projects of the year. Super cool. They're super pleased. That video wall looks impressive when the lighting looks right. And then June 3rd, it was cool to be able to see another YouTuber guy that I've been watching for a long time, Phil Wade. He actually started on YouTube, then went to Instagram. He's got a couple 100,000 Instagram followers. We're friends. We've been internet homies for an incredibly long time, like 10 years plus. And he came to Little Rock for a show, and we got to do production for him. It was like a little R&B thing. As you can see, we had the VRX rig on this. Not a big show at all. Looks like 4 of the dual 828s, couple 932 boxes. I don't think we did backline. I think this is it. A couple monitors on stage, while the guys, I'm assuming, had another rig out, because I think I might have, we might have had 2 things going on at one time, because if I'm thinking right, I probably would have done this a little bit differently. But let's see how their sound check. Super low key event, kind of like a R&B socialite type of party function. And now we get into June, and we arrive on the scenes of Bonnaroo. That's something that it's moments like that you'll never forget. I'll get into that a little bit later. This is a rendering for, I don't know what this is a rendering for. Actually, we did this show. This was $1 Million Mastermind. I was not there on this show, but we did audio. As you can see, there's the Vertec PA. We supplied some video walls for this. I believe the artist was Twista, Fat Joe, and somebody else. Blake and the crew handled production on that one. These pictures are from a buddy of mine, Austin Smith, who is out of Dallas. He did the lasers on this show. And these are pictures from Bonnaroo. So surprisingly enough, I wasn't there the whole time. My crew was there for 12 days. I went down for 4 of those, just to kind of get them set up, make sure they were good to go, but I didn't put myself on the actual show call. Bonnaroo was an incredible experience. Just to say that, like, my truck with Crown Entertainment plastered all over the side of it, drove around the festival grounds. There are people that did not know my name and my logo and my face that now do. People that do what I want to do ultimately, which is these huge festivals. I want to be the guy that supplies the video wall for this arch, and it's massive. Like, the scale of this type of festival, it's hard to put into words. Like, when we do festivals around here, we're talking, anywhere from 2,500 to 10,000 people. I can comfortably say that's the, up until this year, 10,000 people was the most folks we'd ever done. 80,000 people come to this thing, which is like almost the population of my state's capital city. It's incredible. The scale of it is, it's hard to put into words. And a lot of people, when I posted video or was on social media that we were at Bonnaroo, a lot of people had questions. How did you get there? it's all from relationships. A buddy of mine knew that we were into, rock and roll production, and he reached out and gave me a shot. And we went down there, we did the job to the best of our ability, and it was incredible. It's a shame I don't have any pictures of any of this stuff. But we handled audio for two of the smaller stages. One of them was Galactic Giddy Up, and the other stage, I can't remember the name, but they both had the same PA. Four aside of the new 910s, with, I want to say, four of the SRX 928s. Same audio rig, same kind of stage package. Both had probably 4 to 6 monitors each with the mic package, and they flew out an engineer for one of the stages, and then the other stage Blake handled. And then we did all of the peripheral audio, so audio for all of the gates for entering and exiting the park, where they can make announcements. They've got music playing, the ticket booth, all of that stuff we handled. We also did the press tent. We did the catering, like the first aid, welcome station tent. A lot of stuff. Like it's crazy. We literally took everything in the kitchen sink. We loaded a box truck down. We might have been overweight going up there, but we didn't know what we were getting into. But we knew that it was an experience that we could not say no to. If you learn nothing else from anything that I'm saying, please know that you have to take a risk at some point. You're not going to grow. You're going to stay stagnant. Going down there was a risk because I felt grossly underprepared, and we were so far over prepared that it made us look good. And it's through relationships like this that I hope that we can get to the next step, which is getting a bigger stage, and then the next step is getting a couple big stages, and then before you know it, you're doing Coachella. It sounds crazy, but I fully believe that you can do anything. I'm a product of that, and it's hard not to get emotional talking about it because it's really a dream come true. You guys have seen the videos that were not that long ago of me using seismic audio speakers to DJ a wedding, and here we are, brand new PA at one of the largest music festivals in the country. Is crazy. It's crazy.